One thing I'd like to say about this game, you guys, is that it really came down to being a game of inches. Literally, a game of inches. The Packers defense came in and made the play of the game and stuffed Christian McCaffrey just inches short and came away with the victory. 24-16 the final score at Lambeau, defeating the Carolina Panthers in a much-needed bounce-back game. This was a very good game, you guys. Very, very entertaining, very fun. It definitely had its ups and downs. The Packers at times looked pretty bad on defense, and sometimes looked pretty bad on offense. Here and there was a couple of drives that stalled out. A couple of penalties kind of really didn't help things out there, like there was the delay of game. That didn't help the Packers be able to put the game away earlier, and I'll say that this game came down to the wire, and it was definitely a nail biter again. And that's kind of been the whole thing with the Packers this season, is getting into nail biters, and then the defense making a play at the very end to seal the win for the Packers. That's not the only thing that the Packers have done. Obviously, the running game here came to play today. Aaron Jones and Jamaal Williams both got 13 carries, but this was mostly Aaron Jones's game, where he scored 3 touchdowns and 93 yards total. Really, really great game by Aaron Jones for sure. And he is, I believe, the league leader in touchdowns for running backs, and I think McCaffrey would be the close second, as Christian McCaffrey absolutely did a really good job today. He got 108 yards on the ground with 30 something in catching in for receiving yards. But there was hardly any big plays given up by the Packers defense, so we did limit McCaffrey, but it's not like we completely stopped him. But let's be honest, who can? Christian McCaffrey is a really fantastic running back, leading the league in rushing, and that's what we can expect from him. You know, he's the MVP of his team and possibly in the discussion for the MVP of the league. So I will definitely give the Packers defense some credit for being able to hold him enough and coming up big at a crucial points in stopping Christian McCaffrey when it was absolutely necessary. The red zone defense again continues to be pretty consistent in stopping teams from scoring touchdowns in particular. The Carolina Panthers did score 16 points on us, but at the time we did hold them to 10 points going into the fourth quarter, which was a lot better than I expected, as I thought the Panthers were going to run it down our throats, and McCaffrey was going to be able to score on maybe like a longer touchdown play by like 30 yards or something, given how bad we've been against the run. But we bent, but we didn't break, and that has really been the motto of this defense: is truly bend but don't break. And turnovers. This defense really lives off turnovers, and the big turnover today was Jamaal Williams' interception in the end zone that kept points away from the Carolina Panthers, intercepting Kyle Allen, and that was also tipped by Adrian Amos, and that was in turn where Jamaal was able to get the interception to take away points from the Carolina Panthers. So that's something we can definitely hang our hat on, is that this defense has 4 turnovers in the red zone. There was the one against the Chicago Bears, the Vikings, the Raiders, and this fourth one coming against the Panthers. And my game balls, I think I'll give 5 game balls out today, because there were some players today that really stood out for the Packers, and the first game ball goes to Aaron Jones for another outstanding game, scoring 3 touchdowns and with 93 yards total on the ground. And again, this is really just another Aaron Jones day, where he just completely dominated and was just unstoppable. The holes were so wide open for him. The offensive line did an absolutely fantastic job in run blocking today, and I'd like to give another separate game ball for the offensive line, but since it's per individual. I just want to give the offensive line some credit for those amazing holes for Jones. But it was Jones's individual effort that was absolutely tremendous today. I believe he got 7.2 yards per carry, which is, again, outstanding. The second game ball I want to give to Jamaal Williams. He was also phenomenal. He got the 13 carries for 63 yards. He ran hard and grinded out some tough yards for us. The third game ball I'd like to give to our one-man wrecking crew on the defensive line, nose tackle Kenny Clark, for an absolutely dominating day. He really came to play. He definitely was able to create some pressures up front and continues to take on the double teams. And yeah, you actually almost had a couple of sacks on Kyle Allen today. And just a really good game from Kenny, as he kind of needed this, where the middle of the defense has just not been very good. We just don't really have the players on the defensive line, and the linebacker situation continues to be a little bit of an issue with guys in pass coverage and stopping the run. But Kenny was one of the players that came to play today, so I'll give him that. The third game ball number 4, I would like to give to Tramon Williams for being yet a consistent player in the secondary. His interception certainly helped his case today, and again, huge shout out to Tramon Williams for being an angel's wonder, really, and being able to even being probably our best corner this year in terms of consistency in coverage. And the fifth and final game ball I want to give to Preston Smith for his game-saving play, where he was able to tackle Christian McCaffrey short of the goal line, and that sealed the win for the Packers. His sack also early in the game was actually really, really good too. So yeah, and Preston Smith I believe has 10 sacks on the season. So good game from Preston, good game all around from the Packers. And we are 8-2 heading into the bye. This is certainly better than I could have hoped coming into the 2019 season, the redemption tour, and this really is redemption. This is the year of redemption. After having a letdown of a season last year with, unfortunately, our head coach Mike McCarthy getting fired, and just having a season that was just really a large disappointment. But with disappointments, sometimes you just got to take them, shrug them off, put your best foot forward, and just keep on grinding. Resiliency is the key. This team showed resilience today. I'm proud of the Packers for being able to definitely show some resiliency, bouncing back after having a complete dud of a game in Los Angeles last week. So that is definitely something good to hang going forward. I'll catch you guys later for another video. Go Pack, go.